Okay, everyone, and welcome to this week at Bungie, the boomer breakdown of the TWAB, the TWAB, the TWAB, the TWIB. TWAB. It's for you, princess. Okay, so this week at Bungie, 17/02/2022. Right, let's just get straight into it because I don't have much time and we need to get rumbling, basically. So let's flick onto it. There we go. Right, okie. So this week at Bungie, days away from the launch of the Witch Queen, 4 days as it stands at the moment. That'll be February the 22nd in the afternoon here in the UK, 5 PM, I think, roughly around about then anyway. Season Lost wrapping up this week. It is. Final mission, not done that, you should get on and do it. It's easy, it's fun, and they seem to fix the bugs because I was in there last night, someone skipped the cutscene. I never got to watch the cutscene, but someone skipped it, so I still got credit for finishing it, so thank you very much. Although it says here, please don't skip the cutscene, basically. But I think they fixed it, either that or it's just an intermittent bug. Anyway, one of the two, but it's sorted anyway. Don't hit those marks. Gambit is a healthy, stable population. It does. Ultimately, we want to make Gambit more appealing to a wider audience. Yeah, because I know a lot of people hate it. There's people in my clan absolutely despise the damn game mode and do it just to get the pinnacle gear, and that is literally about it. So they got changes 5 activity, core activity, ammo economy, primeval tuning, invasions, and rewards. Right, cool. Let's see what they're doing. Enhancing teamwork or making the mode easier to play and understand. Okay, well that's not bad. Freelance node added. That is fantastic because the amount of times you go up against teams of 3 or 4 people, there's too coordinated. It's just way too easy to get absolutely spanked. So modes we've added: freelance nodes, the Iron Banner, Glory and Trial. Oh, they got a freelance node in Trials of Osiris. I did not know that. I've just been queuing up into the normal one. End up more balanced matches more often, even as they increase and split the number of matchmaking pools. Okay, ways to remove the need for freelance nodes that split the population. Hope to have something in this later year. Right, okay. Added at all front sections of maps where enemies should cycle in or out. It can be frustrating to always have to run all the way from the backfield. That is true. When you die and you have to go back, it is absolutely depressing having to spend about 30 seconds running to where you need to be. Invader to always spawn at the same location on the same map multiple times in a row. Yeah, because when you spawn as an invader, they know where you're coming from, so they just go straight there and absolutely whack you. More respawn points is good. Players always drop half the motes they were carrying when they were defeated. These can be picked up by anyone, including invaders. Okay, so invaders can pick them up. I don't think that could happen before. Invaders drop motes. Now, didn't invaders drop motes before? Sure, when I died I saw motes spawn from me, but okay. These make recovering from a Luther's invader or bad luck fighting enemies a little easier. Okay, cool. That should make the game a little bit easier for people, one way or another. Players can be replied by other players 2 seconds earlier, so it's a shorter respawn, and auto respawn is delayed by 2 seconds. Okay, so the auto respawn is extended and the player revive is shortened. That's cool, that's fine, that's good. I can't see a problem with that unless you don't have a teammate who wants to respawn you, then that could be a problem. All shields have increasing resistance to non-matching damage types. Okay, that's fine because I tend to ignore the shields anyway, to be fair, and just spam them with primary ammo. Well, not as severe as match game resistant nightfalls. We want a way to promote build crafting and teamwork. Yeah, see, there you go. Rules of Gambit node added to the launch screen, and numerous Gambit specific hints have been added to the load screen. Pick to newcomers, this should give them a leg up. Okay, cool. That's good. Making the onboarding experience so much better would be fantastic, because as we've said before, Destiny's new player experience is not very good at all. Few tweaks you think will be interesting, decisions both when sending and battling blockers, and hopefully remove the feeling of helplessness as you pour ammo into 3 knights as all your motes drain away. That is absolutely depressing when that happens, and happens all too often. So the 10 mote one has had its health boosted. The 50 mote one gains a stasis attack. That's going to be annoying. Okay. That's going to be annoying. Mote drain from multiple blockers continues even if the opposing team is in the primeval phase. Okay, that's fine. The mote draining is a pain, but it is what it is. Okay, so, that's good. The mote drain is paused if a player is near the bank and engaging blockers. Fantastic, good idea. So if you're fighting them, which it tends to be just one person against 3 of them, it takes an absolute age because other people just run around trying to collect motes or shooting things. Used to make a more predictable and equal baseline of special and heavy ammo among all players. Yeah, okay, good. Watching both feedback on ammo gain and usage rates, and we'll continue to make tweaks if these aren't enough to make fair matches. Okie dokie. It times out 20 seconds after the initial interact, so you still can't dilly-dally, but once by each player. So you got 20 seconds from the first interaction till the last interaction, or it despawns. Good. Killing a high-value target spawns one normal heavy brick. Ooh, that's good. Heavy bricks are always good. Limited special and heavy ammo bricks to only spawn from enemies if you have finder mods equipped. Other ammo exotics and perks like Aeon Cult still work. Don't know what Aeon Cult is, but that's good that it still works. The primeval fight is the ultimate challenge of Gambit. It should feel like an epic boss fight and be long enough for the opposing team to get off some invades to counter strong DPS. Good, because sometimes those bosses melt and other times they don't do a damn thing at all. More to do than simply burning the boss as quickly as possible and turn in place to kill envoys every once in a while. Mechanics shouldn't be complex, but should require about as much tactical play as a high-end strike boss. Now stacking boss retune, good. Envoys now spawn with friends out in the fronts rather than the bank area. Okay, so envoys don't spawn in the middle. Okay, that could be a pain in the bum. Okie dokie. Envoys putting in Roll Regime in the Primeval, yeah, they still do, and they're a pain in the backside when they do that. Envoys respawn at 30% of the Primeval damage done. Okay, fine. On the Malfeasance quest. Okay, cool. I think I'm halfway through that. I've still got one thing to do for that. I need to find someone who's good at invasions, because I'm not particularly good at invasions. I need to kill them all 4 people once in a match, so I need to enlist some help. The motes phase is significantly quicker and the primeval phase longer. You should expect matches to be just about as long as they are now, but you'll be watching to make sure they aren't too short or too long. Right. So the motes gathering phase should be quicker, but the primeval phase should be longer. I suppose that makes sense. As we said above, a good invader should be able to turn the tide of the match. Yes, it should. Level advantage is now disabled. Was that even enabled before? Okay, no, it's actually been like that since the start of Beyond Light. Okay, cool. One of the mote invasion shoes being removed, so invasions now trigger at 40 and 80%. With the mote thresholds, primeval phase invasions are unchanged, so you get to go through there multiple times when you don't have the primeval. Invasions can no longer be saved up, use it or lose it. Okay, so they don't stay there indefinitely. Okay, invader can no longer see how many motes enemy players are carrying. Good. Because when I did it, I used to focus on the people carrying the higher amounts of motes because it annoyed them more when they lost them all. You can still see players through walls, just not while you're engaging your rocket tracking or using your sniper zoom. Okay, well that's a pain. They found a bug with how the primeval heal effect was applied, which depending on the sequence and timing of kills would heal the primeval for somewhere between 5 and 35%. Okay, a lot. So kills, okay, so that's going to heal for just over a quarter of its health each time. That's a pain. Rewards, now this is what we're all here for. You can focus the Gambit engram into either Gambit armor or Gambit weapons for 10,000 glimmer. Okay, so you can focus it, that's good. Brand new Gambit weapons are drop only for a single season and are then available for focusing. Okay, so new ones are going to be drop only, and then you can focus them in the next season. You can focus all the weapons in the next season. Okay. Bygones Trust Bad Omens have been removed from the vendor. Okay, cool. They're getting rid of some older weapons. They're doing that with just about everything at the moment, so that's fine. End match drops. There's a Gambit Memento for weapon crafting that can drop after any match. Okay. Older Gambit shaders now have a small chance of dropping at the end of each match. Oh, that's good. So you get some of the older colorways. Good. Primeval Servitor Comesic drops can now drop at the end of any match, and the Furtive Shell Ghost can now drop. Right, so you get lots at the end of each of the matches. Possibility of lots at the end of each match is fantastic. Yes, you can expect more rituals to get this treatment through the year, but we do not currently have any specific days to share just yet. Cool. And a few things Eagle have noticed are missing from above. Don't fret, we do have a timeline for future changes. Fine, but some of the people have some numerous completion requirement. Onerous completion requirements. Using big words, man. You're going to confuse some people with this. Taking a pass on these, though they won't all come at once. Sometime this season, we will be adjusting the completion amounts of most Gambit repeatable bounties. Weapon kills drop, melee grenade kills drop, super kills drop. They're nerfing that quite hard. That's a lot they're dropping each of those buys. The grenade kills was a problem. You had to throw it into a crowd to get the kills, and it could be easy, could be good. It was very random. So in the next season, they'll be making additional changes as well as adding 3 new bounties. Light 3.0 updates. Okay. What about Trials though? Trials and what's next? If you're not Trials fans, we have our main focus for Season 16 is Gambit. We still have some fun changes planned. Okay, so they'll be tinkering with Trials. Like I said, I've not done it much. I don't really know much about it. Gambit I've done just for pinnacles and to try and get stupid legendary quests done, which I'm still needing to do. Schedule capture zone and freelance weekends. Okay, so they're adding bits and pieces. Moving to a schedule of 7 maps for the season, one of which you will get to decide. Okay. Oh, there's a survey coming out and they want to vote on the final map. Okay. We also have some adept rewards changing in season 17. We'll preview those later in the season. What's next? Doing some changes to Trials, lots of changes to Gambit, a good solid overhaul for Gambit. No changes to the Eververse. What about Bright Dust? Any change as to how players will be earning? There are no changes to Bright Dust acquisition or totals compared to that of the season 15. Okie dokie. They will continue to earn Bright Dust from seasonal challenges, repeatable bounties on specific vendors, and through the season pass. This week brings a final drop of 700 Bright Dust in celebration of our 30th anniversary. Make sure to redeem this offer in the Eververse storefront before it's gone. So yeah, go grab that from the store, people. It's the last time you'll get 700 free Bright Dust a week. Seasonal pass changes. High stat seasonal armor has been introduced. That's good. Individual pieces are awarded between ranks 57 and 87, so you'll get your set pieces for each class there. Legendary engrams have been replaced with focused umbral engrams. Okay, 5 in total. Each focused to a different armor piece, legs, etc. All umbrogram are tier 2. Oh, that's good. The season pass emblem, I think it's good. Sounds good to me. The season pass emblem has been removed, but we introduced season pass Sparrow. Okay, you get a nice wee Sparrow. That should be good. Let's hope it's a decent looking one. Scrounger bonuses are no longer separated by weapon type or ritual activity. They now apply to both season pass legend weapons and all activities at once. Okay. 2 Scrounger bonuses instead of 6. Scrounger bonuses are longer separated by ritual activity. It now applies to all activities at once. Cool. Excellent. Happy days. That sounds fantastic. It means you don't have to chop and change. It means I can put 1 engram, I don't even know what they're called. 1 perk, whatever you add to your armor. And don't save at 1. Have to have bits of different pieces of armor for, and have different mods attached. Mods. That's the word, mods. Different mods attached to it. Okay. So aside from the emblem, no items have been removed from the season pass, only added. Good. Number of rewards such Glimmer Lens shards have been consolidated to make room for high stat armor. Okay. Small amount of upgrade modules have been added. Good, because upgrade modules are always handy. The order some rewards are acquired has been tuned to accommodate the above changes. We fixed an issue where the Shadow Thrall and the Shattered Throne were unintentionally granting investment rewards such as Glimmer, Engrams, and XP. People thought they were going to be able to go to the Thrallway in the Shattered Throne and just sit there and farm XP. That's not going to happen anymore. You use that place for getting your exotic weapons quest done when you need to kill lots of them. It's an exceptionally good place to go. Players begin to craft weapons and level up their season pass. We want to ensure that gameplay rewards are earned by playing and completing activities. Bounties are just hanging out with friends and patrols while defeating minions of the darkness, not just standing there for hours with an auto clicker shooting, basically. Boss stomps. Adjusted the physics knockback of boss stomps. This I like the way they crossed that out, should result in fewer deaths from being knocked into objects. Yeah, that happened to me so many times. It was infuriating. They're going to have a full run of a patch notes available for you to read through. That's fine. Not really caring about that. Get out of my swamp. Expansion launch support. Destiny player support is on tap to guide. We've already been through that last week. Early this week, final season mission of Simple was released. We're continuing to investigate issues with completions. I think they fixed it because it worked for me the other day when I did it in a random group and someone definitely skipped the cutscene because it ended like after 10 seconds. The tools that do that need to be shot because I'm sure they're doing it deliberately. A bunch of tools. Mods for that one, so I managed to finish this just this week, but they're rotating that every 2 days. So the 16th, we're now on the 18th today, so that'll get turned tonight, and then the 20th will be the last chance to get stuff. Let's see how long it's taken. This has taken me half an hour to get. This has been a long one, and I'm going to apologize to people. I was just thinking the other day, many of us have been here for nearly 16 seasons of Destiny content. I've been here for 1. And even more of that space magic goodness if you turn back the clock to the launch of Destiny 1. I did play a bit of Destiny 1. And a little bit at the beginning of Destiny 2, but not much. Even after so much time, the feeling of Destiny release is like no other. Any expansion's good on any game if you like it. You always get hype. The promise of new loot always drives some excitement, but it's wonder and mystery of it all that truly resonates. Very touchy-feely this. Moments of discovery are potent. Sometimes it's easy to recite the first encounter with a crazy boss, or the moments of a god roll dropped into your hands than it is to remember a sibling's birthday. True! We're excited to hear about your upcoming journeys through the campaign. We're excited to watch as you craft your first weapon. Weapon crafting I'm looking forward to. I will be really interested in that. Can't wait to hear people scream in terror while attempting to revive a teammate during a legendary mission. Scream in terror? I think they sigh in disbelief that I've died yet again. That's what they'll be doing. Just a few more days left and it will all be in your hands. Thank you for playing, and we're done. There we go. That's TWAB. Just basically, it's a full-on overhaul of Gambit. Happy days. Anyway, people, thank you for watching this Boomer Breakdown with me. Remember, I'm just John P, and now you can't see me. Toodles!